So this video will be about turning fragile ambition into resilient ambition by not being too reliant on external approval. And if you watch this video, you will create this ambition and make it so that you can turn it into a reality. And this advice is different than the things that you're usually given because it's based on academic psychology. I watched the psychology, I've been doing it over 10 years, and I watched it entirely through the lens of how can you better yourself. And in the end, I was also rewarded with a master's degree in positive psychology, the science of human flourishing. So to get into it, this video is built on the thesis of that purpose is built through repeated actions under imperfect conditions. And this word imperfect is key because this is where things can go wrong. The key concept we need to look at is your self-worth. Specifically, what happens when it is under pressure, when things are not going your way. Is it contingent or not contingent? So contingent worth is the fragile ambition, which interprets failure as something which says something about you. You not being good, you're not being okay, and therefore lowering your motivation and increasing more fear and anxiety to execute. Non-contingent worth is the resilient ambition, which has the mindset, even though I fail, I can still be okay. I'll just focus on the process. I'll focus on myself. I focus on the belief I have. And even though these things are not going my way, when I stick to the process, I eventually will. And for me as well, I waited so long for starting this YouTube channel. I waited all the way till I finished my studies. And after 5 years, I got this master's degree. And then I thought, now is only the time that I can be an authority, that I'm allowed to speak. Even though in my studies, there was so much amazing concept I would have already could share with you, and also build my capability to make in this video. So I'm being more articulated. I would be so far ahead if I just started and didn't wait for external approval or permission to start. And the key thing is that you are at risk of postponing the behavior that is in fact building your competence in the long term, because you're trying to protect a certain fragile sense of self-worth. You're actually not realizing your ambition. And it trains your nervous system to wait for evaluation and before you take on action, even though moving towards your purpose requires action before you feel legitimized. And there are 4 ways where you can have this contingency, where you are relying too much on the outside. So the first one, competence contingency. So if you're not fully qualified, I'm a fraud. This was a mindset I had, even though waiting too much only makes it worse. And I was thinking, if I don't get the approval, if I'm not in line with what expert says, my voice doesn't matter. And if I don't have the credentials, I won't be respected. And a last one, also touching into the core, safety contingency. If I can be judged, I should be late until it's perfect. Perfection doesn't exist. So I would highly encourage you just to start and don't rely on external feedback. When I start making you these YouTube videos, I didn't get any views. They were not good. I thought they were very good, but it took a while for them to get better in quality and quality. And I just focus on the process, making one YouTube video every week and trying to make something better every week. Better audio, better lighting, better structure. And then at some point people are saying like, oh, you're actually very good at this. You're actually very credible. It comes after. So start with the belief that if you stick to it, you will get there. So don't rely on this approval of others. Trying to give yourself the approval, not by being delusional, but by giving you approval for doing the actions that are requiring you to move towards your purpose. If this video is helpful for you, please share it with a friend, and also watch this video for more academic advice to achieve your goals.